A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I am Louis Maingu. Thank you for joining us. Recognizing the persistent challenges of violence against women and structural barriers to gender equality, the Prime Minister will spearhead a high-level parliamentary event on Tuesday, March 18, 2025, ahead of National Women's Day on March 24th.
The landmark event, scheduled to take place at the National Parliament and the State Function Room on March 18th, will convene members of Parliament, key government agencies, civil society leaders and international development partners to discuss legislative reforms, institutional commitments and practical measures to combat GBV in Papua New Guinea. To emphasize the national agency of this issue, the event will begin with a suspension of parliamentary question time, ensuring that GBV and gender equality take center stage in Parliament. NCD Governor Powes Pakop, as chair of the Permanent Parliamentary Committee on GBV and Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment, will present key findings and recommendations, highlighting the legislative gaps, policy shortcomings, and urgent structural reforms needed to address GBV effectively. Following this presentation, Parliament will adjourn and discussions will continue in the State Function Room, where government officials, civil society representatives, and international partners will deliberate on practical policy-driven solutions. The event is expected to generate strong media coverage, ensuring that the conversation on GBV and gender equality remains at the forefront. With MPs, civil society and international partners working together, this initiative will serve as a catalyst for meaningful, long-term change in Papua New Guinea. Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
After 10 years, the National Strategy to Prevent and Respond to Gender-Based Violence 2016 to 2025 expires this year. To assess the impact of this, the National Gender-Based Violence Secretariat, in partnership with United Nations Population Fund and the Korean International Cooperation Agency, conducted a national consultation process.
The consultation saw 5,000 plus national surveys, 22 provincial questionnaires, and a 4-region listening tour, talking to more than 1,000 people. The results show a staggering increase in gender-based violence cases and an alarming decline in legal prosecution of such matters, concluding that the general attitude towards gender-based violence has become accepting, normalizing unhealthy, violent relationships and a diminished attitude towards the human rights of women and girls. Results show that the actual number of women experiencing intimate partner violence in their lifetime dramatically increased from an estimated 1 million plus in 1986 to 3 million plus in 2025, with about 36% of both men and women admitting they would never tell anyone. 51% of survey participants witnessed their fathers beat their mothers. 32% witnessed their mothers beat their fathers often or sometimes, and dauntingly, 60% of those who witnessed their fathers beat their mothers do not think physically forcing someone to have intercourse is gender-based violence, and they are twice as likely to have beaten their partners or lived through their partners beating themselves. Today, 84% of men and 69% of women believe a husband has the right to beat their wives sometimes. With this being said, the survey also notes positive news, stating that 90% of women and 86% of men believe that ending gender-based violence is extremely important in Papua New Guinea. Also, in comparison to 2020, 20 provinces now have gender-based violence strategies, of which 8 are PEC approved. 20 provinces have GBV focal points and 12 provinces include GBV in their budgets. Natasha Ovoy, National, MTV News.
The Secretary for the Department of Agriculture, Dr. Segi Bang, announced during the stakeholders validation workshop of the PNG Spice policy recently that he will bring the policy to the National Executive Council process for endorsement for implementation. Secretary Bang said that after a lengthy process of assessment of the once lucrative spice industry of PNG and stakeholders' regional consultative workshops, their department has come up with a comprehensive, implementable and evidence-based PNG spice industry policy. The primary intention of the spice policy is to unlock the youth's untapped potential spice industry has to offer for PNG.
This policy target is to significantly increase production and export and to bring in more forex, which I now believe we sit at 200 million. And to achieve this, the strategy is to increase commercial land available to vanilla to up to 10,000 hectares by 2033, turmeric to 2,500 hectares, ginger to 1,000, and other commercial spices and aromatics up to 10,000 hectares.
During the spice validation workshop with the stakeholders, 3 objectives were stressed on, namely the review of the Old Spice Act 1989, establishment of a PNG Spice Industry Authority, and development of a medium-term investment strategy and plans for the PNG spice industry consistent with the MTDP4 and National Agriculture Sector Plan.
The Department of Agriculture is now willing to let the Spice Board and its ambits become its own authority and will continue to provide assistance and see it so that it's fully established and operating successfully as the policy dictates.
Secretary Bang said he has instructed the DAL and the Spice Industry Secretariat to focus their efforts to vanilla, ginger and turmeric as the medium-term commercial investments priorities because they have total competitive advantage on these 3 spice crops. He also informed all stakeholders that this spice policy, its investment plan and the amended legislation will promote spice investment as a reserve business for registered growers, buyers, processors, exporters and joint venture spice entities. A research found out that more than 200 street children in the National Capital District have been identified to be from broken homes.
National Office of Child and Family Services, Acting Chief Executive Officer Jerry Wapp revealed the statistics of National Capital District street children from the survey conducted last week.
From that survey, we identified 235 street children in the street children. Male were 200 and female 35. Regions where they come from that Highlands 95, Highlands region, Southern region 128, Momase 9, NTI 3, the electorate in NCD, Northeast 53, Northwest 77, Port Moresby South 105.
He explained the purpose of the survey.
So this survey is to assist that children, they have to know their rights to be in classroom. So through this process we have identified these 235 and 162 we have put back into offer letters were given to them. We are now placing them into schools.
WAP said they just started the survey program and such program would need collaborative efforts from both government organizations, stakeholders and non-government organizations to overcome the challenges. Lorraine Jimal, National MTV News.
Minister for Works and Highways Solan Mirisim told Parliament on Friday that no funds are allocated under the Connect PNG program to compensate for damages caused during road development. He explained that it is the responsibility of the respective districts where road construction take place to handle compensation. Within a 40-meter corridor of a road construction.
Safia na within lo eligible you come down no semen by district yet by money lo pay some compensation. Our road come osem. Already lo Connect PNG and me play no got all compensation, especially all gardens.
Additionally, Arore also asked when the 10 million kina funding for the road connecting Ejivitari to Kopiano in Central Province would be released. In his response, Minister Mirisim clarified that the 10 million kina mentioned was actually 4 million kina, according to the department's records. Arore, however, pointed out that the 10 million kina figure was listed in last year's budget and expressed a surprise at the reduction in the amount. Minister Mirisim responded by confirming that the correct amount is 4 million kina as per the department's records.
This plus 10 million by me check him. Online department blomina come back lo you but lo record blomi me play got 4 million lo trust. Me play got 4 million lo trust and maybe talk to you some time go finish. Lo come na kissims plus money so you can start the road. Lo Safia na come down above. But you know been come na kissis plus money. So by me check him department and by me come back to you but
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Attention all students, parents and schools. The Smart Start School promotion is back for 2025. Your school could win a school grant worth 44,000 kina. Here's how. Collect 3 empty packets of Smart Start breakfast biscuits, write your name, number and school on an envelope, put the empty packets inside and drop them into an entry box at a registered school. The school with the highest number of valid entries in each region wins. 1,000 consolation prizes are also up for grabs. Register your school now with Paradise Foods Limited. Smart Start breakfast biscuit, proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
She's just going to work.
Somewhere where she should have been safe.
They go beyond the headlines.
And the monster followed her into the bathroom.
Uncovering the truth behind the biggest stories.
So that's how he was getting rid of the evidence.
Yes.
Added-in investigations and the stories that matter.
I cannot comprehend how somebody can be so depraved, so evil.
at 16 minutes, 9 p.m. tonight, right here on your number one to watch, MTV.
MTV News A Closer Look returns for 2025, the current affairs program that brings to you weekly insights for the latest on education, health, business, politics,
I just want to make that clear,
sports, and more. A Closer Look every Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. Prime Minister James Marape has banished negative claims by opposition members of Parliament that the government is not disbursing funds to the responsible government agencies to carry out their respective duties in delivering services. This was said following questions without notice raised by a member for North Fly, James Donald.
During question time on the floor of Parliament, North Fly MP James Donald raised concerns on government provision of funds to ministers or sector agencies of government.
Why are these ministries functioning without money? Time I'm appointing more, allocating more, making work no country. Is this the indication of the country no got money? Now his government is mismanaging this country. The department belong I have reliable, no answering people of this country.
Prime Minister Marape, in responding to North Fly MP, clarified that the country has sufficient funds to operate as a sovereign state and that people should not be misled by those who just want to play politics and bring about negative conclusions which are just based on rumors or opinions of certain individuals.
The Treasury released no money to the sectors concerned. Speaking a debate with his colleague member for Western Provincial Assembly, I can understand this. But money does go to sectors. The assessor of the national government doesn't give money to sectors. National government is running broke is far from the truth. We give money according to what we collect. Budgets are forecasted. What we collect, to the best ability, we disburse. And all districts have received money, for instance, including the opposition. Never once has he uttered thankfulness to the money that this government has continued giving him. Never once. And it's time for budget. Time for budget.
Following Prime Minister's response, the Deputy Opposition Leader, James Nomane, also had a supplementary question.
This government, the Marape government, borrowed 3.983, almost 4 billion kina in borrowings. That took the total borrowing of the Marape government to 37 billion kina since 2019, increasing our national debt to 62 billion kina. These are massive, whopping amounts of debt and borrowing. So what happened to this 4 billion kina that was borrowed, and why weren't these commitments by ministers honoured for the member for North Fly and his district? Thank you.
Prime Minister Marape further highlighted that all districts across the country, including members of parliament from the opposition, have been allocated funding through the national budget and funds were received for previous years.
Or 2019 rather, as we took office, our finances were very, very weak. When you look at the actual numbers may give you a 62 billion kina figure in terms of debt. But percentage is the key. Percentage to economy. Percentage to the size of the economy. The debt that we took, the actual kina may sound big. 3 billion kina, 2 billion kina, 4 billion kina. But when you stack it up against the size of the economy, we are still reducing back. Debt to GDP globally is above 80%. Most economies have a debt to GDP above 80%. Our country's debt to GDP has now fallen below 50% for the first time in the last 6 years.
Esther Gane, National MTV News.
Provincial member for East Sepik Province, Alan Bird, said the government can reduce budget and the borrowing if the roles and responsibilities of departments, provincial governments and districts are not duplicated. He said he made this statement during Parliament session on Friday.
Governor Bird said functions of government systems are duplicated and it is difficult to hold them accountable. He highlighted the national census, questioning who should be providing the results and be held accountable.
Now, there are other departments who are given 300 million, some are given 400 million, some are given 600 million, and they are supposed to deliver on those same outcomes, not just in Isipik, but in every other province. The question is, are they being measured the same way that the Isipik provincial government is being measured? Or, say, the Western Highlands provincial government? Or, say, the Central provincial government? Are we measured the same? Or no God? And is it just Treasury that's doing the checking? What about the others? And I circle back to my original point. Suppose you mean like straight team census. You mean like recording all the man Mary inside long Isipik. There's a work by giving me go long electoral commission or go long NSO or by give him come back lo Isipik provincial government na bien. By asking Musaid lo give him result. Will it be the Isipik provincial government or will it be NSO?
The governor went further and gave an example on law and order and who should be responsible.
And here's the other thing. If somebody does not deliver on the promise, like for example, we just said that police are picking up, 800 million this year? Isipik provincial government is spending almost 20 million on law and order with no support from the national government. But me talk, thank you also, one deputy police commissioner, I go down lo weekend. Na I'm round long Isipik na look how him can help him. And I want to thank the police commissioner for that. But more than that, suppose him responsibility belong na mipla pilim pen na mipla trying lo karim heavy. Who is actually responsible? Now suppose police is spending money on law and order, district is spending money on law and order, provincial government is spending money on law and order, na still you mean no straight him. Responsibility be go low side.
Mr. Bird said the people of this country need results and that the systems of government must be transparent. Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
Octedi Mining Limited's female workforce have been challenged to be intentional and resilient in their pursuit of career development advancement.
This message was emphasized during a dinner to celebrate International Women's Day recently in Tabubil, Western Province. Keynote speaker at the event was the General Manager Compliance and Legal for the Mineral Resources Development Company Group, Valentina Carmen. Carmen is also the company secretary to the 3 Octedi MRDC entities. Ms. Carmen stressed the need for women to be intentional in their career development and to remain resilient when encountering obstacles. She said for women to grow, boundaries must be pushed a bit with intention. She encouraged women to move out of their comfort zones as versatility and experience is important, saying we cannot demand for equality if we are not equipped ourselves. OTML General Manager, People and Culture, Kevin Russell, while reiterating the importance of having female employees in the workforce, said the company is purposefully reviewing its career development and succession planning to complement the company's Growth 2050 strategy. He said they would like to see more women put their hands up and prove they can take on leadership roles by focusing on developing their capabilities to be eligible for opportunities. Attending the dinner were female employees from OTML and its business partners, as well as women from the company's stakeholders and surrounding community. The event was organized by the Octedi Women's Network, an advocate for women empowerment. Natasha Ovoy, National, MTV News.
Pai Community Health Workers has opened its new branch in Min's Jiwaka Province recently.
Community Health Workers or CHW Director Michael West said the institution was first established in Mount Again and now branches out to Jiwaka. He said the facility will provide opportunity for the passionate students who wish to pursue a career in community health services in future. We explained that with the rapid population increase, there is a need for more workforce manpower in that area to serve the people. He noted that an understanding was established with Western Highlands Provincial Health Authority to ensure they work together to create avenue for a healthy environment. The PICHW school in Minsk has total of 50 students and 3 lecturers. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
The PNG Weather Services warned of heavy rain and potential flood within the next 12 to 24 hours for Western Province, Gulf Province, parts of Milne Bay, and City and Central Province, Oro, East and West Sepik Province, Medang and Morobe Province, including New Britain and Manus Provinces, along with parts of Highlands Region. Residents of the mentioned communities are advised to take necessary precautions during the warning period. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Share the love with Gala Ice Cream, Gala Cone Ice Creams, Gala Stick Ice Creams, and Gala Classic Tub Ice Creams. Happiness begins with the Gala range of fun flavors which create taste adventures and excitement with every bite. Treat yourself. Share with a friend while chilling. The whole family will enjoy. Everyone has their favorite. Which one is yours? Share the love with Gala Ice Creams. Gala, Gala, yum.
Welcome to Kokopo Beach Bungalow Resort in the heart of Kokopo. Nestled along the coastline with breathtaking views of the islands and volcanoes, we invite you to share this tropical island paradise with us. For your next business trip, leisure or marine adventure, call Kokopo Beach Bungalow Resort to discuss your escape on 982-8788 or visit us on www.kbb.com.pg. Escape, explore, enjoy.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
It's becoming increasingly more important to deal with money laundering and countering terrorist financing.
Join us every Monday nights at 7 p.m. for In Focus, your weekly news and current affairs talk show, which presents in-depth commentaries, discussions, and analysis of the major current affairs issues in Papua New Guinea and in the region.
Areas involving politically exposed persons, reporting of suspicious transactions.
The trend is that we have been seeing increasing number of kidney diseases, ones where we can treat and then they recover.
There are existence of clandestine laboratories illicitly producing crystal meth.
Every Monday nights at 7 p.m.
You're watching National EMTV News. Now moving to overseas news. Australia's vow to stand by Ukraine for as long as it takes, with Prime Minister Anthony Albanese repeating an offer to consider sending peacekeeping troops to Ukraine. The Prime Minister joined a call with world leaders overnight and discuss how to protect Ukraine and increased pressure on Russia to accept the ceasefire.
Well, Anthony Albanese says it's in Australia's national interest to stand with Ukraine following that meeting with world leaders overnight hosted by UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer. The UK Prime Minister urged the 25 world leaders on that call, including Anthony Albanese, to join the coalition of the willing to better support Ukraine and also to try to increase pressure on Russia to adopt a ceasefire. Now, just days ago, Russia warned there would be grave consequences if Australia sent troops to Ukraine. But the Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, says he's still open to considering an offer to sending peacekeeping troops in the event of a peace deal. But he did note that there were things to work out and it would only be a small contribution. Take a listen to what he had to say earlier.
Well, first, of course, you need peace to have a peacekeeping force. And the participants last night were all committed to peace in Ukraine. In order to achieve that, Russia must agree to a ceasefire firstly, but it must also agree to stop its aggression against Ukraine. And so it is premature to talk about that detail, but Australia has a proud record over 80 years of participating in peacekeeping missions, including in Africa, in Cyprus, in a range of countries around the world. It would be a small contribution if we chose to do so, but what we want to see is peace so that you can have peacekeeping.
And Steph, what's been the reaction to this?
Well, there's a clear point of difference between the major parties here. While, as we just heard, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says he's open to considering sending peacekeeping troops in the event of a peace deal, the opposition remains against sending troops, saying it's up to Europeans to do more to defend Europe. Take a listen to Deputy Opposition Leader Susan Lee on Sky News earlier today.
Andrew will always stand with Ukraine against the illegal and immoral invasion. We think, though, that when it comes to boots on the ground, this is a matter better handled by Europe.
Now, Greens leader Adam Bandt on Insiders said it was his preference not to put Australian troops in harm's way, but said a lot of questions still need to be answered.
At least 9 Palestinians, including local journalists and aid workers, have been killed in a back-to-back airstrike in Gaza's north.
The Al Hair Foundation, a British-based charity, says its staff were targeted whilst they were documenting their work for promotional purposes. The Israeli military released a statement saying it struck what it called 2 terrorists who were identified operating a drone that posed a threat to Israeli troops, and then struck additional terrorists who arrived at the scene. The incident comes as ceasefire negotiations between Hamas and Israel continue.
One home has been lost and another significantly damaged by bushfire in Melbourne's outer east.
Around 200 firefighters are still working to control the blaze in the Dr Ken Levisher Reserve in Montrose. Authorities say firefighters have been able to slow the spread for now, but the situation can change at any time.
We are seeing a cold front push through southeastern Australia right now. It will bring, of course, rain and showers and storms with that, but then, of course, that very strong wind change will come through in the afternoon. And, of course, towards the east of the actual fire site is the Dandenong Ranges, where we do have a lot of eucalypt forest around there. So that'll be a lot of concern for our authorities and locals here today. So we are reminding people to keep up to date with the latest updates from Vic Emergency.
Dozens of people have been killed in the United States after a series of tornadoes ripped through several southeastern states. The severe weather wiped out schools, trucks, and caused pileups, and one incident involving up to 50 cars.
It's here. Look at all that debris. Oh my God.
It's a storm system that's whipped multiple tornadoes across several states in the south and Midwest.
Oh my God.
Hey, Mom, can you come down to the mobile home park and help us?
Here in Missouri, the rain poured as the winds tore through homes and businesses. Long-lasting tornadoes swept St. Louis. The National Weather Service gave multiple tornado warnings, urging people to get off the road to a shelter or basement. By day, the widespread destruction could be seen as people took in the damage to their homes and livelihoods. In Butler County, Missouri, communities assess the damage.
Everything around it here is really bad. The trailer park up the street had fatalities. So, I mean, we don't have nothing compared to anything like that. I still have a home, they don't.
The severe weather triggered deadly dust storms and fanned wildfires. There were evacuations in parts of Oklahoma as more than 130 fires were reported across the state.
Mom, be careful.
From winds, wildfires and sandstorms to blizzard conditions in colder areas as the weather sweeps east across the USA, with severe thunderstorms and flash floods expected along the east coast.
Tens of thousands of people have turned out to rallies across Europe, marching for a united continent. The protests have been sparked by tensions in the transatlantic partnership.
Well, thousands of people have turned out to a pro-European rally here in Rome. We've seen mayors and trade unions and residents from across Italy come to the capital city as they rally for a united Europe. They say it's more important now in such a time of rapid change than ever to come together, with the US increasingly becoming a less reliable defence ally after US President Donald Trump recently sidelined Europe from peace talks to end the war against Russia. Demonstrators say the war has provoked more of a reason for Europe to come together.
I'm here today because I was born in Ukraine and I have half of my family in Ukraine, but I live in Italy since I was really young. And I think that it is very important to have Ukrainian support here today as well.
The need for a stronger Europe now. Before it was just a very nice idea to develop European integration. Now it's necessary.
We must do it.
We have a very strong United States that's imposing sanctions against us. We have a Russia that's coming for our countries. It's not an easy world to live in.
There are a lot of people here, so I think that this is a proof, an evidence that no one wants war. And I think that Europe must be free.
Some people here are marching against the rearmament of Europe. There's been a lot of discussion recently about strengthening Europe's defence as the transatlantic partnership feels the strain of the Trump administration. Demonstrators are also rallying in similar pro-European protests in Belgium, in Brussels.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Goodpilla mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Goodpilla data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Welcome to Kokopo Beach Bungalow Resort in the heart of Kokopo. Nestled along the coastline with breathtaking views of the islands and volcanoes, we invite you to share this tropical island paradise with us. For your next business trip, leisure or marine adventure, call Kokopo Beach Bungalow Resort to discuss your escape on 982-8788 or visit us on www.kbb.com.pg. Escape, explore, enjoy.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You may hold him and walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. The pasta, the white sauce. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
True Kai Sports.
Welcome to True Kai Sports. The Port Moresby corporate volleyball competitions are underway at the Tauranga Aquatic Centre in Port Moresby.
Port Moresby Corporate Volleyball Competition President Alfred Vaitai said many teams have joined this season.
This year for Season 6, 2025, we have a number of teams that increased to 69 teams. We had our pre-season in the 2 previous weeks, pre-season 1, round 1, and then last week was round 2. So today we're starting our round 1 for proper season.
He further gave an update on the pre-season leading up to the proper season.
It was good. All the new teams, we have 13 new teams that joined. Actually 13 in the men's and women's, while we have 2 in the mixed divisions. The enthusiasm is there, excitement is there, and with the volleyball passion, it's good. They all turned out to play. It's just the old teams starting to get themselves back into the grind into playing volleyball. So.
Vaitai also gave an update of the new 45 minutes game time.
The reason why we opted to go with the 45 minutes timing, normal PNG Volleyball Federation rule and the International Volleyball Federation rule is to have 3 sets or 5 sets. But having the competition sending teams down to Masters to participate in the Masters game, and with the way it was managed, it was better managed. So we opted to use that, and it was also approved by the Council of Team Reps. So we're implementing it, and it's helping us finish on time, because otherwise, if we don't manage the timing properly, we will end up playing till late in the night. So.
Jonathan Sibona, True Kai Sports.
PNG athlete Pius Whistle set a national record after clocking 10.24 seconds in the 100-meter sprint at the 128 Queensland State Track and Field Championships.
Pius Whistle ran alongside one of the Australia's top sprinters, Rowan Browning, to clock 0.16 seconds off the previous 10.4 seconds record that stood for 30 years set by Peter Pulu in 1995. This marks a very significant achievement by Whistle and a perfect lead into the World Indoor Championships next weekend. According to his recent social media post, Whistle acknowledged his coach, Tony Fairweather, athlete Rowan Browning, immediate team and also Athletics PNG, NSI PNG OC and Oceania Athletics. Wisil said he is looking forward for the World Indoor Championships in Nanjing, China. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
The KCK Rigorized Cup has kicked off its Leg 3 competitions today.
In an interview today, KCK Rigorized Cup CEO Steve Polly gave a rundown of the competition.
After successful completion of Leg 1 and 2, we are kicking off Leg 3 now. And following Leg 3, we will have 6 weeks of games until the finals, which will be happening on the month of April at the Sir Murray Stadium. So currently we look at game 3, which is played by Morobe Pride and DAS.
Polly said the competition will go into its finals in April.
Leg number 3, around 10 confirmed, 10 are yet to fully register, but we'll take them on board. It's a total of 20 teams for Leg 3. So we are having games on Saturdays and Sunday and Wednesdays. So this leg will be faster than the previous 2 legs because we have the finals coming up and we have the deadline that is April, which will see the top 12 playoff at the Sir Murray Stadium, as scheduled and planned.
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
They're gold nuggets. There's a flavor for everyone. The best tasting snack. Get a burst of gold nuggets. Cheese flavor.
Mega wow.
Chicken flavor.
Mega wow.
Cheese onion flavor.
Mega wow.
Barbecue flavor. Mega wow.
When you're on the go, one more. One more.
Get that burst of gold nuggets flavor.
Mega wow.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Welcome to Kokopo Beach Bungalow Resort in the heart of Kokopo. Nestled along the coastline with breathtaking views of the islands and volcanoes, we invite you to share this tropical island paradise with us. For your next business trip, leisure or marine adventure, call Kokopo Beach Bungalow Resort to discuss your escape on 982-8788 or visit us on www.kbb.com.pg. Escape, explore, enjoy.
Join me every Thursday night as Sports Scene brings to you all the local and international sporting updates. Revisiting our legendary athletes.
Hi, this is David Mead.
Highlighting our local sports developments across the nation.
All eyes on Papua. Now an NRL team based here.
To create a pathway.
And our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name is Gemma Schnobel and you're watching
all the younger ones will follow.
Sports Scene, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. only on your number one to watch, MTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Now moving to overseas sports. The Canberra Raiders have claimed a second win from 2 games in the NRL, downing last year's grand finalists, the Brisbane Broncos, by 10 points.
The home side kept up its impressive start to 2025 with a 32 points to 22 win over the Broncos last night. The Raiders shot out to a 22-point lead in the second half, finishing with 6 tries to the Broncos' 4. Earlier, the Sharks recorded their first victory of the season, beating the Cowboys 36-12 in Townsville.
In AFL, Collingwood has won its first match of the AFL season with a 91-point trouncing of Port Adelaide.
The Magpies won 21-10, 136 to 6 goals, 9-45 at the MCG last night. In Saturday's other match, the Western Bulldogs beat North Melbourne by 16 points at Docklands Stadium. And earlier, the Brisbane Lions won their grand final rematch against the Sydney Swans by 4 points at the SCG.
In basketball, the Melbourne United have been dealt a huge blow with the Stars early ruled out of tonight's grand final series against the Illawarra Hawks.
The NBL Grand Final Series is level 1-1 between Illawarra and Melbourne, with Game 3 of their Championship Series on tonight in Wollongong. Illy has been sidelined after a head knock in Game 2 last week, which United lost by 2 points. United will be looking to its big-name stars like Matthew Dellavedova to step up in Illy's absence.
I imagine today he comes out with one of his best performances of the season, and his ability to pass the basketball, to get key buckets when necessary, are vital. But today, he needs to be really good on the defensive end and limiting either Tyler Harvey or Trey Kell.
And that ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Attention all students, parents and schools. The Smart Start School promotion is back for 2025. Your school could win a school grant worth 44,000 kina. Here's how. Collect 3 empty packets of Smart Start breakfast biscuits, write your name, number and school on an envelope, put the empty packets inside and drop them into an entry box at a registered school. The school with the highest number of valid entries in each region wins. 1,000 consolation prizes are also up for grabs. Register your school now with Paradise Foods Limited. Smart Start breakfast biscuit, proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
Everything business Lomilo. Okay, boss web Lomi, Kaike Lomi.
From Hatok Mang, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Dream me more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The weather report for the next 24 hours. In southern region, Port Moresby City becoming cloudy with few afternoon rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Daru mostly cloudy with chances of afternoon showers and possible thunderstorms. Kerema cloudy with chances of some afternoon rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Alotau cloudy with rain showers and thunderstorms. And Popondetta partly cloudy with some rain showers and thunderstorms. In the Momase region, Ley City becoming cloudy with few evening rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Medeng cloudy with periods of rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Wewak becoming cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Vanimo cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. In the New Guinea Island region, Lorengau sunny, mostly fine. Kavieng sunny and mostly fine. Kokopo and Rabaul sunny, mostly fine with chances of a very light afternoon showers. Kimbe sunny and mostly fine. Buka sunny, mostly fine. In the islands region, Mount Again City mostly cloudy with the afternoon with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Goroka Bands and Kundiawa mostly cloudy with afternoon rain showers and thunderstorms. Medi Tari and Wabeg mostly cloudy with afternoon rain showers and thunderstorms with flooding potentials.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Sunday, the 16th of March 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.